So, just a quick catch up video. Today is the 15th of November, 2024. I had my surgery August 6th, 2024, and I started the shake diet that was before the surgery on July 6th. So, I've been saying all along that my starting weight was 256, and I just had a doctor's appointment with my bariatric team, and I found out that I was actually 265.5. So I was like 10 pounds more than I thought I was when I started this. First of all, I can't believe I let myself get that big. That's insane. Second of all, today I'm 195.2. So I have lost more than 70 pounds since I started this, and I feel great. So, no regrets at all. This has just been a wonderful life changing decision. Um, I haven't had any real adverse effects. You know, you find out what you can and cannot eat, and when you eat things that you cannot tolerate, it has some adverse effects. But to be honest, that's why I got the surgery. I was having trouble with self control, and this allows me to fear the adverse effects of eating wrong. And so I know that kind of seems like a silly way to go about it, but it works. I'm healthier now, very healthy, I would say. I'm happy. I'm energetic. I don't eat that much, but that's okay because I'm not hungry that much. So I find some things work really well for me that may not be like incredibly dietetic, but like for breakfast, I am somewhat addicted to malto meal, original, unflavored. I make it with Fairlife high protein milk, and I was using, so I'll put a little butter in it when it's made. I add a little more Fairlife milk to cream it out a little bit, and I was sweetening it with Splenda. Now, I don't want to shoot down Splenda, but I want to say that I have been having a real problem, this is TMI, with gas, and it's very odoriferous gas. It's bad. And so I've been doing a lot of research as to what I could do to improve that. With some of the research I've seen, you can have charcoal pills, supplements. You can have probiotics, but I just spent a couple days in a conference, a medical conference, and learned that over-the-counter probiotics are actually worse for your gut and your microbiome than anything else. And unless you get your probiotics from a refrigerator, it's not a live probiotic. So you have to consume way too much in order for it to do anything at all. So the best thing that I've learned is to take in as much fiber as possible. It's hard with the bariatric surgery, but for a normal human being, it's recommended to have 50 grams of fiber a day, which takes work. It's not, you can't just eat normal and get that much in. And there's a pretty good list of what items have, like, beans, legumes, you know, uh, grains. They all tend to have a higher fiber. Those are good for you. That's something to get rid of the gas. But in my research, I discovered that there is a chemical called sucralose that is very difficult to tolerate for most people. It is the main ingredient in Splenda and in most sugar free items. So I've started looking at labels. So I noticed my protein shake that I have, the Fairlife protein shakes, 30 grams of protein, that has sucralose in it. I can't change that. So I may start to move into more of a whey protein than a high protein milk concentrate type of protein. And that, you know, can help eliminate that. But I'm cutting Splenda pretty much out of my diet. And I notice when I don't use it, I tend to have a lot less gas. And so you've bypassed a section of your intestine that because of that, it now causes malabsorption. And so your food is not breaking down quite as quickly, and it's passing through into your intestines. And this is what's making it a little harder for your intestines to process, which is creating more gas, which is then the problem. So smaller meals, eating slower, and eliminating the sucralose from my diet is really helping. So you might wonder, what do you use to sweeten things if you don't use, Splenda, and you can't have sugar? Well, in my research, I found that small amounts of 100% pure maple syrup, and when I say small amount, I mean no more than a teaspoon, um, because it does have a high carbohydrate content, so you don't want dumping syndrome. Um, Honey does cause dumping syndrome. It's a very fast glycemic index. It processes quickly and it causes dumping. Um, and so I use monk fruit sweetener now. It's an all natural. Some people swear by stevia, which is also a naturally produced sweetener. I don't really like the taste of stevia, but I found that monk fruit sweetener is very good. I use monk fruit flavored sweetener in my water to help me get the water down, because I don't get very thirsty in the wintertime, and you still need to get that water down to avoid dehydration. I learned today from my nutritionist that I'd always believed coffee and tea to be diuretics, but really what it is, the main ingredient of those that is the diuretic is caffeine, and you need to have over 400 milligrams a day in order for it to really have a bad diuretic effect. That's like 4 or 5 cups of coffee or tea a day. I don't really do that. I do maybe 1 cup of coffee in the morning and 1 cup of tea at night. Not really worried about its diuretic effects. So I'm getting in the fluid intake that way. Not drinking enough water, I'll be honest, it's difficult for me. It's always been difficult for me. That's why I flavor the water now, and I find it's a little easier to get down, but I still have to consciously force myself. I have an alarm on my phone and on my Apple Watch, and I'll look at it. Yep, taking water, and I don't. But it's still there to constantly remind me. I haven't turned off the alarm. Um, I don't know what else to tell you. That's basically, yeah. So I have non-scale victories. I was in a 44 pants. I am now wearing, I get the Perfect Jean is the company. It's in New York, and they're size 32 waist. And I am so happy. That's a non-scale victory. 32 waist. I haven't been a 32 waist probably since, I don't know, 3rd grade. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so that's a non-scale victory. The clothes I'm still buying extra large. I was in 3X when I started this. So I have not moved down from extra large to large yet. I do foresee that happening, but I have an umbilical hernia, and the more weight I lose, the more pronounced it is. So it looks like an alien coming out of my stomach when I wear smaller clothes. So I do still tend to wear a little bit baggier just to hide that. I will get that fixed once I have the majority of my weight lost. The surgeon wasn't concerned about it at all. I don't have strangulation from it or anything. It's non-retractable, but it's fine. It's not. It hasn't posed to be a problem. If it is, then we'll talk about surgery then. But I'd like to save it for when I have my peniculectomy. I think it's called. It's the removal of the loose skin at the bottom of your abdomen. Yeah, so that's basically it. All right, stay tuned for the next video. But as I come across any problems or issues or things to look for or things to do, things that are good, things that are bad, I'll try and get back on here and leave you a video to let you know, because this is new for all of us. Nobody has a bariatric surgery like this twice. So whoever's getting it, it's new and you don't know what to expect. And that's why I do this, because I want you to know what to expect. All right, that's it. Peace out.